Welcome to Technique Friday with Els. Today I'll be showing you how to make a small tag using the dies and stamps from the Planner Essentials line. Let me show you. So I'm using the Planner Essentials 2 die set. So I'm using the little tag in this one. So it has a complete page with all the extras in there. And I'm using 2 stamp sets, the Pure Spring Clear stamp set and the Moments of Life clear stamp sets. So this is the Spring Clear stamp set, so it has a little owl on there that I'm going to use. And then this one is the Moments of Life clear stamp set. And those are designed by Shartl. And they are in the Planner Essentials line as well. So I used the white soft finish cardstock on the smooth side, and I used the 300 GMS 110 LB. So I'm going to stamp it first. So I have the little owl on here, using the archival ink. And I don't need I can easily stamp this because I'm stamping on the smooth side. If I'm going to stamp on the textured side, I would use a help like a stamp platform. But in this case, I can just stamp it like that. So there's my little owl. And then I'm going to use the stars and the happy. So I have the little stars that I'm going to use. And I'm going to use the happy stamp here. And the happy, so it has a so it's not a font that is like totally sharp, so it has a little kind of ruffle on it, which makes it kind of more a little playful. So I'm just going to stamp that here. And then I'm going to stamp like a large star and a smaller star. And then a small one. That's it. And then we can start coloring. So I'm using the water brush, but as I always say, I don't put water in there, because if you want to watercolor larger pieces, I think it's nice to have the water in there. But for the more detailed work here, I never put water in there. And then for the soft finish cardstock, it's all small pieces, so it's easy to color. So I'm starting, so these are the Sakura Koi watercolors. So I'm starting with the 197. But of course you can use any watercolor you have. So I use a little bit stronger here in the bottom part. And I'm not an expert in watercoloring. I always tell people just have fun. And I could kind of just blend it up so it's softer at the top. And a soft finish cardstock is not a watercolor paper, but it actually works well, especially when you have small parts. It's very easy to work on. And with the owl as well, it doesn't need to be perfect, so kind of just blend it up a bit. And then I want to water this down a bit, so just using a little bit less here. It's fun to do, it's just fun to color. I always say I like to color, and as long as you have fun, it doesn't need to be perfect. That. Okay, so that's the owl itself. Now I see you use a different color. On this one I actually used a 193, so I used a different color on that one. But again, you know, you have owls in all kind of different colors, so it's all good. So there's that one, and then I'm using I think this one. Let's take this one, the 71 for the belly. And then for the stars, I'm using a brighter yellow, the 63 here. And you have the Sakura, I have the large set here, but you have them in 12 colors and 24 colors, so they come in different sets. It's that one. And do a tiny little bit of the, now I think I'm going to use the green there. So I'm going to use the 117 at the bottom. Here, so I'm kind of putting him on the ground here, and it doesn't need to be nice because I'm going to use the pen to make a little bit of a grassy look to it. So just put them on here. Then I'm going to water down it green. I'm going in here for just a little bit of color. And then for the eyes I'm using the 154, but I make it really watery, so it's going to be light. Like that, and then I'm going to tap it a little bit. See, so to kind of make it a little bit lighter. So just take off some color again. That's for the eyes. And then I'm going to make it blue all the way around. So I'm kind of just starting at the top a bit. And again, this is not watercolor paper, but I find especially when I do smaller projects, it's very easy to use. And I use it on the smooth side. So if you want to stamp on the textured side, you need a stamping platform for sure. Because then you need to do it several times, need to stamp it several times. And I had fun making this. So Charlene designed the first 2 sets now in the Planner Essentials line, and I love her designs. So we might get some more. Be on the lookout. It's going to be fun. So it's way too dark, so I'm going to put my tissue on there in a bit, but I'm just going to color it first. See, so there's nothing, you know, you don't need to be an expert in painting to do this one, because there's nothing difficult about it. Just tone it down a bit. Here you go. And then I need to do a little beak. So I'm taking, let's do an orange, the 014 for his little beak. And then his little feet here. And what I'm doing then, so that's the painting part. And what I'm doing then, I'm going put an edge around it with the Pigma Micron, the PN, which means plastic nib. So I'm going to kind of make a little bit of grass here. A little bit of grass on this side, and then I'm just going around, and again, you know, I do it freehand. I don't want this to be perfect. Don't try to make it perfect, because that makes life way too difficult. And then because the star stamped a little bit heavier than the owl itself, I'm going in with the white gel pen, also Sakura, so I have the 010 here. So I'm just going back in there, you see, and then I'm going over the black lines. So it tones that black down a bit. Maybe here as well, so. There you go. And then I'm going to add a little string to it. And then you can write on the back, of course. If you want to attach it to a present, or it's just a fun little tag. And again, I love the color, so you should try it for sure. There we go, that's it. And now you have a fun little tag. Thank you for watching. I've also suggested a couple of videos I think you enjoy, and don't forget to download the free project sheet and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.